I just want to welcome everyone. It's on first contact, it appears that this is one of the most active batch that we've had in the last 20 years, because one person has apparently even finished his logbook before we have started. So that's an enthusiasm that's very rare. I just want to invite you and tell you that by enrolling in this exam, you have forever bonded with CCEF. And this is a lifelong association, and it's a special bond with lots of care and loyalty. Everyone in the CCF family matters. Each one of you matter. And as we at the college are very, very particular that each one of you does well in life. So I want to assure you that throughout this 1 year, we are going to see to it that you change tremendously and evolve tremendously from where you are at present in over the next 1 year or 2 year if you're doing the advanced fellowship next year. What do we expect from you in return is we want you to be extremely sincere. All over the world, critical care training is 6 to 7 years. And it's just that 6 to 7 years devoting to critical care after graduating is very impractical in the current scenario in India. And therefore, we try to do it in 1 year. What does that mean? Simple mathematics. If others are doing it in 6 years and you're doing it in 1 year, it means that you have to work 6 times harder, isn't it? So that's something that's very, very important. And we will try to guide you at every stage. Feel free always to contact the college about any hitch that you find, any difficulty that you find. The difficulty should not be I don't have time to study, that we can't do anything for. But I will tell you later on that the new software, the CCF Knowledge Hub, actually allows us to monitor on a daily basis how you are progressing. So it gives us a master list of each one of you, how you're doing, what you're learning, what you're not learning, etc. So you need to work extremely hard with that. Let's start. Now, if you want to give any exam in critical care, you have to read. Okay? And you have to read books. There is no single book which is optimal for you, or you can say, I will just read this book. Now, I will run through some of the popular books that are there. Okay? And at various times, you may have to refer to them. I'm starting with the textbook of critical care, which is a very famous, it's the Bible of critical care by J.L. Vincent and the team. After this, we have the Oxford textbook of critical care, which predominantly is more of a European sort of a textbook that they use in Europe. They're fairly good, not extremely popular in India. The third one, this is very popular, especially in America, more so in Canada, The Principles of Critical Care by Hall, Smith and Wood, in its 5th edition right now. Many of the people in this who are editorial team are actually associated with the Critical Care Education Foundation, thanks to Dr. Aditi and Dr. Ankit's personal contact and having worked with many of these editors and authors. Another book, Critical Care Medicine by Joseph Perillo and Dillinger. Dillinger is a legend in critical care, and so is Joseph Perillo. The only reason you read this book is because it gives you a little different perspective. Irwin Rippe, again, is a Bible in critical care. It's in 2 volumes there, and it's something that you often need to. O's intensive care is more popular in Australia. We often recommended O's as a simple book, less pages to read, less work to do, sort of a book. But in reality, most of the topics are so shallow dealt in this that you need to refer to something bigger. It may help you in the exam, but otherwise, in practice, you need to know more. A popular book among students and housemen is Paul Marino's ICU book. Again, grossly insufficient, but some of the concepts are explained well. And Civet Taylor is somehow not popularly known, but it tends to give a personalized view, which is very useful instead of just giving you the facts and saying you draw your own conclusions. And finally, in my list that I've chosen is Patrick Nelligan's evidence-based practice of critical care, because there is so much evidence-based emphasis in today's. And though I've listed 9 popular books that you may have to refer, these are not exhaustive. If you're learning hemodynamics like you're doing in the EFIC program, you may have to refer to textbook of clinical hemodynamics or hemodynamic rounds. And if you're in Asia, then tropical and parasitic infections, etc. Isn't it overwhelming? The worst thing is that whatever is in these textbooks is 4 to 5 years old. 4 to 5 years old by the time it comes into a textbook. And especially for the EFIC and for those who want to do outstanding work or are planning to go abroad and practice or give foreign exams, you have to read journals for the current evidence. And some of the journals that are useful are the Critical Care Medicine by Society of Critical Care Medicine, Intensive Care Medicine by the European Society of Intensive Care, and for Indian data, the Indian Journal of Critical Care Medicine, which some of you may not know is a journal that I started way back in 1995 as the editor-in-chief of the journal. And you all may refer to the American Journal of Critical Care also. Besides these journals, 2 very good references are the Critical Care Clinics of North America and the Current Opinion of Critical Care. I just love the Current Opinion in Critical Care. All right. So these are the Current Opinion and the Critical Care Clinics of North America. It may appear overwhelming. And we in the College of Critical Care realize that if you're going to compete internationally, and if you're going to have to read this and all the chapters and all the systems, it's just something that's almost humanly impossible to do 1 year. So the origin of the CCF Knowledge Hub was, we first thought we will sit together, editorial team, and we will read all the same chapters, so maybe heart failure from all these sources, and compile it into what we would call My Notes in Critical Care. And so the core team you can see here is myself, Dr. Meeta Mehta, Aditi Jain, who is, and Dr. Ankur Gupta, who are heading the academic council, and Dr. Ankit Jain, who is in Europe and is one of the directors of the academic council. Okay, and in charge of the examinations, etc. So we thought we will compile this, but you know one thing, that reading alone, you retain only 10% of what you read. Just 10% of what you read you will retain. But if you hear it and read it, you retain 20%. And if you read it, hear it, and then practice on it, like MCQs, then you retain up to 30%. So 300 times increase in the retention if you do listening, reading, and solving. So we modified the project from My Notes in Critical Care to a CCF Knowledge Hub. We created podcasts, audio podcasts, and made it available. So how do you use the podcast? You know, when you come very tired from duty, you don't feel like sitting down and reading hardcore critical care at that time. You have dinner, you're tired, you want some time with the family. Maybe when you're lying in bed, it's a good time to just listen to the podcast. It gives you an overview in a very light manner about the topic. So you have some introduction to what it is. Then you read the notes that have been prepared. Now, the notes that are in the CCF Knowledge Hub are in 2 forms. You have the comprehensive review summary, which summarizes all these textbooks, the same chapter, what they're saying, etc. And then from separate sources, we have taken recent advances. So for EFIC candidates, you don't have a choice. You must read the recent advances for your exams. But even if you're giving the FCCM exam and you want to be a little smarter, while comprehensive summaries are your core reading material, just go through the recent advances because at the bedside, it may be useful for you in treating a patient or in intelligent discussions with other consultants. Having done that, having heard the podcast, having read it, then you come to the self assessment part. Can you see my cursor?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
great, great.
Sir,
Thank you.
can I add a point before you go ahead?
Yeah, yeah.
So the notes which are there, they are not just the summary, they are actually hardcore critical care notes where once sir explains to you how you're going to get an approach to that, they're downloadable. It's everything in there, right from its pathophysiology, causes, etiology, whatever, in a very simplified manner, including the medicines or the drugs which are going to be used, the doses, the duration, how you're going to use. So it's actually a very handy kind of a thing. If you're able to download it, even you can print it, there is no issue. And it's an immediate referral. So, for example, you're going to have some patient in the ICU, say aortic dissection, you just open that particular folder. And although recent advances is a separate folder, most of the new things are already there in the notes. It's in more detail, which is there in the recent advances. So it's going to be very, very useful at the bedside.
Yeah, Mita, what you said is very right. That when you have these notes with you, you don't have to read any textbook in critical care. No textbook at all. Everything is concisely, and it's not too concise. You see, we have double spaced it, and I will show you so that it looks maybe 10, 12, 15 pages. But if you compress it, it will be just 4 or 5 pages or 6 pages. It has the doses, it has the indication, it has anything that you need to know. Okay, so we are extremely excited. In fact, Dr. Meeta, myself, and some of the other core team members, we said we feel like giving this exam all over again because there is such beautiful material in the notes now. Okay, so moving on, then you come to the quiz part of it where you have MCQs. And we will see in details about it because there are different ways in which you can do these MCQs. So you listen, you read, and you solve. That is the mantra that we have. So, first of all, access to Knowledge Hub is very exclusive. It's going to be by invitation, which means it is only for the students registered for the FCCM or the EFIC. It's a free account, so you will get a link to it, but you cannot share that link with anyone else because then you get deactivated. And the learning path is listen, read, and assess. Now, suppose you listened, you read, and you do your assessment, and your score comes as 26%. Obviously, you haven't understood. You read it, but you haven't understood. So, what you do is go back and read it again, go back and do the MCQs again. This is very important. And once you score more than 70, 75%, then you move on to the next topic. So that is how you would fairly master each subject. So the philosophy behind the whole this was we took all these books, we passed them through a funnel and prepared these comprehensive notes, which so we prepared these comprehensive notes and then realized that we've got them from these textbooks. So they're going to be 4 or 5 years old, though they have some recent material too. So we also looked at recent advances from the net, from up to date, etc., and got you the recent advances. Now, we will go through step by step of how to log in, etc. But just to give you an overview, there are lots of subjects that systems that are there, and you have. If you click on this, you will get the documents. If you click on this, you will get the quizzes, and the quizzes will be listed here. And you can start the quiz. The questions will come like this here. It can be time based, so there's be a timer. You get 1 minute per MCQ, and you can see the progress. So here I've chosen to do 20 MCQs. this bar will tell me how much I have progressed.
Sir, before you start, can I take them through quickly for 10 minutes?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Okay. So again, welcome all of you. Uh, this is for the first time that we are introducing CCF Knowledge Hub, and sir will take you through the whole process. You all have already gone through the registration process. That's why you are here on this Zoom meeting. So how throughout the year it's going to be? So after this Zoom meeting, we are going to have multiple Zoom meetings, online teaching, which is going to be there, along with the CCF Knowledge Hub, which is really going to help you a lot. Various components of the exam are: you have theory exam in which you will have MCQs, but they're very smart MCQs. It's not from the MCQ books, it's going to be absolutely practical. So if you have gone through the material and listened to the lectures, you are definitely going to crack the exam. And we'll take you through that again during the orientation. Then you have, after theory, you have in the practicals, you have OSCEs, which is like spots in the exam. There are various components in the OSCEs. We'll take you through that again. And you have e-cases, and you have communication where in FCCM you're going to have a communication with the relatives. That's in the final exam, and we'll take you throughout the year and during orientation through that. So these are just four components. The other components are the Zoom meetings like this. You have a logbook, which is very, very important. Logbook is compulsory as in there are 10 marks out of 100 marks of the exam in the logbook. So if you have done a good work, that's 10% you already scored in the beginning. So that is very, very important. So after this Zoom session, our next first session will be how to write your logbooks and how to submit, how to collect the material. We will be first uploading or we'll give you links. I will tell you where is the video about the logbook. But then we'll again, after you listen to that video, we'll have a Zoom session where we'll actually take you through how you prepare your logbooks. Then in September, that is on 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, you have orientation. That is a first physical contact with all of you. And that is extremely important because the components of this exam and the pattern of this exam is totally different. And unless you have actually physically come for the orientation, somehow you try, almost kind of get lost throughout the year, and in the exam it suddenly becomes a shock. So it's very, very important. In orientation, in those 4 days, your concept about looking at the critical care changes totally. It's a totally different approach. We call it as a Sherlock Holmes approach. So that will be an orientation. After the orientation, then a lot of things will tell you about how it's going to be throughout the year. But your Zoom meetings or Zoom classes will be there throughout the year, where in between you will have some exams. None of them are marked. It's for your self assessment and your self improvisation. Then 1.5 months to 2 months before your final practical exams, you will have theory exam and crash course. That is again a physical. Theory is not online. It's a physical examination. The day you have theory, immediately from the afternoon, there is a crash course. Now, what is crash course? Crash course is about crash training. Throughout the year, you have already studied. Now, from the exam point of view, prepare you. We prepare you how you will write in 2 minutes, how you will crack particular station. So that is your second contact point. First is orientation, second is theory and crash course, and finally you come for the practical exam. Practical exam is also a physical. So three physical contact points are there. So I really urge all of you that it may be a little difficult if from one institute there are 4 students, then all 4 students cannot come for the orientation. But please try to attend most of you if possible, because that will really change all the perspective throughout the year how your training is going to be. Yeah, so that is all about. Sir, you can take over.
That Mita, that was very, very there. So moving on. Now, when you are, you've heard the podcast, you've read the notes, etc. When you come to the self-assessment, I just want to explain to you that there are various types of self-assessment that you can yourself plan to do on each topic that is there. So, say subarachnoid hemorrhage, there'll be 60 MCQs on status epilepticus, 60 MCQs. So, really, in the Knowledge Hub, you will have about 6,000 MCQs that you go through. 6,000 MCQs, out of which about 2,000 are going to be case scenario based. So they're going to prepare you for very good bedside practice and decision making. So a lot of thought and a lot of planning has gone into designing this. When you select a topic, it will tell you the total questions that are available, but you may not, it's 1 minute per question. So I have 40 questions. If I do, will take 40 minutes. I may not have 40 minutes at that time. So I have the option of saying, okay, I'll just answer 15 questions. So do I want, how number of questions I want to attempt? Is it 15, 25, 40? I can choose this. So obviously, if I'm doing 40, the timer will start from 40. If I'm doing 25, the timer will start from 25 minutes. And if I'm doing 15, the timer will start from 15. Now, there are two options that you can have. You can do timed mode or you can do practice mode. And all of you should start off with practice mode. That means no timer. You can take 1 minute, you can take 5 minutes, you can take 7 minutes, whatever time, then move on to the next one. It's first getting used to it. But maybe when you're revising closer to your exams or otherwise, timed mode prepares you for the actual theory exam. Then the site also gives you an individual progress tracking where this is the CCEF Knowledge Hub. You have a dashboard. So we will see this in detail. Subjects and my profile. It will tell you what your average score is, what your best score is, how many tests you, how much you failed, how much you were excellent, and exam wise, test wise, it will give you the score. So you can track it. Not only can you track it, but the college can track your progress. The dashboard, when you come to, it shows you again your best score, your average score, etc. But it also tells you all the subjects that are available. So you can do cardiac critical care, pulmonary, neuro, renal, metabolic, hepatic, GI, hematology, oncology, endocrine, infectious disease, sepsis, environment, toxicology, surgical trauma, burns, nutrition, etc. Now, how do you log in and what? So let's go through the step-by-step process and then I'll actually show you on the site. You can only join when you get an invite from the college. When you get an invite from the college, you register on the site. It is free. And I'm not very sure. I think you can use any email, but if it doesn't work with a particular email, then use a Gmail account. When you paste that link that you have, you will come to welcome to CCEF Knowledge Hub, continue with Google. You click on that, put in your login password, and you will come to this dashboard. This is mine, which I was testing the system. So it shows you my name. You have dashboard, subjects, and progress. We already discussed this. Ignore this, but it will basically show you the subjects and the topics you are doing. So when you see dashboard, you can click. Suppose I want to do neurocritical care, I will click here. If I'm doing pulmonary, I will click here. And as Meeta said, we have to make a schedule for the whole year of how we will cover these topics. We will discuss this. But if suddenly I see a hepatic encephalopathy, I can come to hepatic GI, read the topic, and then solve the MCQs on that. So these are all the subjects that are there. These are your recent activities. So if you go on to subjects either from there or here, here if you click, you will see all the subjects. There, if you choose a particular subject, then you will only go to that subject. Now here it gives you an idea that there are 9 document topics, 18 documents because they're comprehensive and recent advances. In neurocritical care, there are 240 questions and 18 quiz topics. So it tells you here you've got 10 documents, 20 topics, 23 documents, etc. It'll tell you what is there. If you scroll down, you will get more topics. Okay. When it comes to topics, as I said, you can see here 18 topics, 24 questions. It tells you here 9 topics, 8 documents, 18 quiz topics, 240 MCQs. The study material that you have is color coded into blue and green. Blue is always the comprehensive summary, what you should read first. Okay, FCCM, always. It's okay if you just read comprehensive summary if you have shortage of time, but the when you next year appear for AFICUM, you already have read the comprehensive summaries. You can concentrate on the recent advances. Or if the topic is of interest to you and you just want to glance through anything in recent advances, you can do that. For EFIC, you need to do both. And the list goes on, you can scroll down. But when you scroll down beyond the documents, that's when you get the quizzes. Okay, now you have direct quiz and you have case-based scenario quiz. Direct quiz is where you have a statement is given, you have four options, you have to choose the right one. They are graded in such a way that always 10 will be easy, 15 will be medium difficult, and 15 will be hard, which means more for EFIC type. But it doesn't mean that FCCM cannot solve them. These are just a gradation. Same way, case-based scenarios, 5 will be easy, 5 will be medium, 10 will be hard. So that's the gradation. So you get whole spectrum of questions. You go down, you can see all the other quizzes. When you click on a document, view document, then the document will download on your computer. Okay, now this is important. Why are we allowing you to document? So much effort went into preparing each document because you cannot be on your computer logged in all the time. So if you have a document that you've downloaded, you can copy it onto your WhatsApp and read it somewhere. So you can make a folder saying my documents or my study notes or study material, and traveling anywhere or in between free time when it's light in the ward, you can read the topics. All right. The topic name will always come, comprehensive revision of summary of stroke, but there'll be a code before it. Okay. The code is important for us. It's not important for you, but you can understand what the topic is. I use a download app, so therefore I get it like this. Somehow or the other, it'll download onto your computer. This is how it looks, comprehensive summary and the recent advances. Okay, this is just a revision. When you decide to take any of these quizzes, you will first get this. It shows you total number of questions. What was your previous score? If your score was 80%, you probably don't need to do it again, except maybe before your theory exam where you want to just randomly keep doing the scores. You can start in the time practice mode. I already told you that these 40 questions consist of 15 MCQs, 25 MCQs of intermediate, or 40 MCQs. So you can choose to do how many number depending on the time you have, and choose whether you want to practice, test your knowledge, or practice for the theory exam in which case you will do the timed. These are the type of questions. Your progress bar will be here. Your timer will be here. You have to learn in this exam to time yourself. If you got 1 minute per MCQ and you have to solve 40 MCQs, if you're going to spend 2-3 minutes, then the moment the timer is up, your questions will disappear and your score will not be good. So you need to learn to hurry up and pick up the keywords, okay? And that you will get by practicing. And then finally in progress, again, as I said, you see your overall score. So he says neurocritical care here, 73, 80. As an administrator, when all of you will be doing this and you'll be doing many of the topics every week, I will continue to get who is scoring, who's the top ranking, second ranking, third ranking, fourth ranking. So all of your marks will be graded and I will get a ranked performance from all of you. So we talked about the Knowledge Hub where we have the reading material, the comprehensive and the recent advances. We've talked about the quizzes, but where are the podcasts? The podcasts, we didn't see them in the Knowledge Hub. Actually, the podcast, because we felt that they could be of use to a wider audience, we separated it from the Knowledge Hub and put it on YouTube. So if you log into the CCEF learning website, which is called Learning Critical Care with CCEF, you can write it down, Learning Critical Care CCEF. There is a URL for that. you will see all these subarachnoid hemorrhage. So right now we're concentrating on neuro. You got subarachnoid hemorrhage, stroke, brain death, CNS infections, etc. And if you go down, then you will see that there are actually lots of other videos that you have ECG exercises, ventilator-induced lung injury, etc. There. And here you will also see overview of the FCCM exam. You will also have somewhere about how to register and various other topics. If you once you finished and you want to exit, it's not intuitive, but in the corner left hand side bottom, you have the exit button. You need to press this to exit, otherwise your system might crash. Access to CCF knowledge base is very exclusive, so don't misuse it. Because if in order to log in, you need your email and your email password. And I'm sure you don't want to share your email and your email passwords with someone else who can read all your passwords. And because of the security system built into it, it will read your location. Okay, remember that 258.48.1.1 that which comes there. It will read it and it will monitor and track this. So it will pick up if there's more than one person using it. Be very careful, because if you do that, you are, if you can keep the voice down, okay, just mute yourself if you have to talk to someone. So misusing it will result in expulsion, and there's nothing that I can do about it. It's free for FCCM and EFIC candidates only. The theory part, the comprehensive notes, the recent advances are downloadable. We really have no problem if you want to share it with your friends or in your department. Sharing knowledge is good, but the MCQ part is very proprietary, so that only will be accessible to you. Your progress is monitored by the college admin panel. List of topics to cover, there's never enough time. Now, this brings me to how do you rate what you're going to do? We've discussed this in the college. I was of the view that maybe we keep 1 month for neuro, 1 month for cardiac, 1 month for gastro. But given that as a basic foundation, you may have a pancreatitis when you're doing cardiac, and obviously you need to refer to pancreatitis as an additional topic at that time. If you say that there are about 120 topics that you need to master and test yourself in, there are 52 weeks in a year. You won't get all 52 weeks, so maybe you will have to have time for your logbooks and other things, for your theory exam, for your OSCEs, and so presume that you have 40 weeks in read these topics. 120 topics, 40 weeks. So that means you need to be doing somewhere close to 3 topics per week. All right. It's not an easy. 3 topics per week. You need to read, listen, and give the exam. So what it basically means is, whereas in America and Europe and Australia, critical care exams involve 6 years of training, going to do it 1 year. But remember, in this 1 year, you will be transformed into something beautiful, like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. You will be more confident. People around you, your colleagues will see this difference in you, and you will be on your way to growth that is phenomenal. You will never forget this 1 year in your life. And that is a promise that I can make you, that if you're sincere and you put in the effort, what is 1 year of effort for a lifetime of enjoyment and benefit? Okay, but this 1 year you have to be a student. If you think casually, yeah, I'll read a little bit, I practice, I'm learning. No, trust me, the average standard of working in the ICU in India is not even 10% of what you need to be. So that's very important. And because of the standards we maintain, we are very privileged to get ECFMG waiver if you want to do fellowship in America and Canada. We get PLAB waiver if you want to work in UK. So that only comes because we maintain the standard of the students who pass. Even candidates who have been unsuccessful last year, I can promise you, okay, that's my personal promise, that if you commit yourself to reading 2 to 3 topics every week, doing your self assessments, etc., and keeping in touch with me on WhatsApp and in the group, that this is what I've done this week, this is what I've done this week, even at the risk of flooding the WhatsApp group with what I did, and you say, okay, I read acute coronary syndrome and I read congestive heart failure. How is this going to be important to the other people who are reading something else? Well, if nothing else, they will see that everyone else is doing so many topics. I'm the only one who didn't do it. Maybe it will motivate them, push them to also read. So, as a collective, you will push each other into doing better. At the end of 1 year, you look back, you will not recognize yourself, your colleagues will not recognize you. So you need to read 2 to 3 topics per week. Okay. Read, listen, do the quizzes. Okay. If you score less, and what do I mean by less? If you score not less than 50%, that's too low. If you score
75%.
less than 70%, that means that you need to read the topic all over again. And you need to redo the quiz. How many times can you take a quiz? Initially, it was designed that you can only take a quiz 2 times. We overrode that decision. Now you can take the quiz any number of times you like till you score more than 70% marks. Okay. So if you're not getting it right, that means you're not understanding it as it should be. And that's the beauty of it, that you get an opportunity to read it again, understand it again, and therefore do better in the exams. Never share your login with a friend, because if once you're expelled, any number of excuses will not get you back again.
Can I share something, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
So, as sir rightly said, approximately more than 120 topics are there, and is rightly said, you have 3 topics to read. But I think there is a way you can find your own way. But if I was the student, and I really, as sir in the beginning said, we got so tempted with our own notes that we really want to read and give the exam again. The best thing is, you we are going to give you access to the whole thing as early as possible very soon, because we have to create the links to send to you, so maybe another week or 10 days or something like that. And so if you see a particular patient in the ICU, say you saw a patient of COPD with acute exacerbation, just open the notes on COPD with acute exacerbation. So you will know you are seeing the patient, you will read quickly, and that you can retain more when you have practically seeing a particular patient. You can in fact add value to that patient. There is something which is not been given in the treatment, but it's there in your notes. Whatever is there in your notes is basically the study material from the books, as well as recent advances and what's new currently which is going on. So you will remember it more easily. So I think 2 3 topics per week is not a big deal, sir. I feel if they just don't take this week I'll do neuro, next week I'll do cardio. Don't do that. You can keep doing that, but I think as and when the type of patients you see in the ICU, just pick up the notes for that, read, compare what treatment is going on, what is there in the notes, and I think that will be easier for you to remember. And yes, I saw a lot of comments. The past candidates are saying that you people are really lucky that you are getting so much of material which is there, comprehensive, so much of efforts going in there, and many of you are now waiting for the notes. Even we are waiting eagerly to share the same with you. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I,
second thing,
Meeta.
yeah, second thing someone was asking. So these marks which are there, what sir keeps saying, the quiz, the 70% is only for your progress. These are not the marks which are going to be counted in the final exam. Okay, it's just for your own progress.
Yes, absolutely. This is a self-assessment, there. But what Mita said is right, and I think I don't know how it sounds, but I have decided that I'm going to, with all of you, I'm going to do 2 to 3 topics every week, read the notes all over again, do the quizzes all over again, and I will also monitor my progress in this, because there is always something new to learn. Recent advances. I haven't, though I read 3 to 4 hours every day, but looking at this material, they're fantastic. They're out of the world. Even Meeta said, I want to give this exam all over again, sir. So we will not probably give the exam along with you, but in the we will do all these questions, we'll read all these notes, and we'll solve this only for our own satisfaction. And I would suggest that some of the faculties will also want to do it, do this, and we can look at some way of doing this. So that's it. I want to welcome this. Every year over the last 20 years, every year we do something new, we do something better, we grow. We are not a stagnant group. And Dr. Ankur and Dr. Meeta, Dr. Aditi, Dr. Ankit, everyone who's there, and Dr. Anurag, there's such a big list of core team members, will agree that we are constantly endeavoring to make it better. And the previous year candidates always say, oh, we didn't have this at our time. That's why we are the previous candidates, we always tell them, become a part of the core group now, and your contribution, you have to give back. If I benefited from a specialty, let me give back. So most of the examiners and teachers are actually past students. That's the beauty of it. So whether you like it or not, lifelong, you're going to be a part of CCEF. There, we will monitor your growth, progress, your happy moments, your sad moments. We'll always be there to advise you. I have past students ringing me up and saying, Sir, I'm taking this new job. What salary should I ask for? Or anything. It's a family. We are a family. We're members of a family. And therefore, it becomes your responsibility to do well and to uphold the dignity of the college at all time. Okay. So this is, I think we're ending now.
Sir, you'll have to excuse me for a while.
Yeah, yeah. No, we have done.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, are we still sharing?
Yeah.
Stop share.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, I missed out if there were questions there. Don't get overwhelmed. I'm telling you that we are going to be with you at every step of the way. Don't ask crazy questions like, Sir, what is the role of nutrition? Can you explain to me? Or how do you manage pancreatic? That's you're supposed to read. There is no spoon feeding that's going to be there. You have to read. You have to. Yeah, if there's genuine questions, we can look at it as a group. We have a WhatsApp group. If I'm not there, Dr. Ankur is there. If we're not there, Vinod is there. Vinod is one of our brilliant ex-students there who's now in the faculty. So, Vinod, do you feel envious that this material wasn't there for you? Okay, so you're mute right now, so maybe you can
Yes, I do, sir. Extremely. And this.
we're envious of it. I mean, this material we worked so hard and we said we'll release it. Rahul is there, Ankur. Ankur, any comments that you have?
Thank you, sir. So, welcome to all the students in this batch of 25-26 for ethical STEM and ethics. My only suggestion is in life, um, I'll share you an example. It was somewhere in the Ahmedabad when we were finishing the triple SIM examination. And in the hotel, we were checking out and we were with Dr. Bala Venkatesh, who was at the time was the president of New Zealand and Australian PDP Society. So we were about to depart for the airport, and I asked him that, sir, in very early days, you left India and went to Australia and New Zealand. And he was associated with this examination, and he's still in the advisory university. So, how it was possible to leave the parents and go to Australia, especially there? So, what he said at that particular period of time, I still remember with me, and I try to follow and I try to convey to any student or anyone who I encounter with. So he said to me only one line: plunge it when it comes. It means opportunities will not knock you at your door at every single day, but when it comes, you should grab it. You should grab it with full enthusiasm and intent. So this is in 1 year an opportunity to transform your approach in critical care. whatever material, whatever classes, whatever orientation, whatever effort it takes to reshape your career in critical care via CCF, you should not miss it. In a batch of more than 100 people, every single person is very, very important. They will take care of so many patients. They will take care of so many families in future. So I think this is an opportunity which has come on your way. So grab it with full potentials. Make utilize of it. Make 100%, bring 100% out of it. That's my take on this session and advice to you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
The,
evening, sir.
the orientation is going to be there soon. First of all, when will this access be there? I think it will take about a week before the links can be sent to everyone. Okay, and then you can register on it. You can start reading. We had initially planned it for September, but we'll try to do it early just because there is so much material to read there. The orientation Mita was stressing, I cannot tell you how life-changing this 4 days will be. Life-changing. You will have mastered the approach to critical care, which you can never do any other way. You cannot do it by listening to online videos. You cannot do it by reading, because there is a lot of hand holding, and you will understand the depth, the absolute depths of each topic. And what we'll be discussing with how to approach hyponatremia, hypokalemia, ABGs, their ECGs, X-rays, CT scan, because you have to really master it. And you know what mastering really means? Our students will look at hypokalemia and high urinary potassium and say, okay, there's an ACTH secreting tumor there. Or like I once was traveling with Dr. Mita, and we saw a patient with leukemia in a 12-year-old boy. And just because the urinary potassium was high and some of the other parameters, we said your patient has coarctation of aorta. How can you diagnose coarctation of aorta from serum electrolyte? Do you understand? All of you have been working in the ICU. Can you pick that up? You have to be so good. That's why this method is called Sherlock Holmes approach. If you want, it's not, oh, potassium is low, give potassium, potassium is high, dialyze, sodium is low, give sodium, sodium is high, give water. No, it has to be a very in-depth knowledge. What happens if the sodium goes high and potassium goes low? What happens if the sodium is low, potassium is high? What happens if the chloride is disproportionate? So once you understand this behavior at the bedside, you will make diagnosis like this. Okay, narrow differential diagnosis, start treating there. That is what you need to do. Okay, you need to have those shortcuts. You need to have understand behavior of parameters in the ICU. What happens? That you will never get as you attend the orientation and solve the questions, and there is a one-to-one. Learn to be a little selfish in life. It's not enough that out of 115 people logged in or something right now, 20 are answering, 20 no. To me, the last person who is not answering is also very important. Where is he getting stuck? We need to do that, because if you start going into the shadow and don't come out, then you will always remain in the shadow. You have to learn to make mistakes. You have to learn to come forward, because everyone's growth, everyone's success is important. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. Tosef, Seni, Nilima, Christy, just randomly taking names. Do you understand how each person is important? I cannot say, oh, 110 people registered, 90 passed. But what about the people who didn't pass? You cannot say, I will not concentrate on them. We need to concentrate. But you need to make the efforts. I cannot come to your house and teach you. You say, I cannot come to orientation. I don't have the time to listen to the videos. I don't have the time to read. Then I can't do anything for you. We're preparing such wonderful material that it's literally out of the world material. Okay. We took a long time for Dr. Meeta, myself, Dr. Ankur, Dr. Aditi, Dr. Ankit to really make all this knowledge hub available. Okay. And of course, with inputs from Vinod and Rahul there. So you're so blessed. You're so blessed. Now, any questions? We have, it's close to about 50 minutes we have sent. You're all free. Put your videos on so we can have a look at you. And if there's something that yeah, Seni, tell me.
Do we need to attend this ACLS, BCLS course and mechanical ventilation workshop physical, or is the online course acceptable?
They are just a necessity, honestly. You need to be good at it. But in this 1 year, you have to focus on so many other things. So as long as you have some certification, it's okay. Mechanical ventilation does play a very important role. We're looking at doing a wonderful, I'm sounding more and more like Donald Trump. Big, beautiful program we're planning to do on ventilation. Yeah, but I am very passionate because we make these programs very unique and very different. Hi, Sonal. I just saw you, Sonal Kaushika. Good that you joined in. So we will try to do this. ACLS, etc. is just a mandatory requirement. Do them anywhere. Don't worry.
Like, sir, I already have this Indian Resuscitation Council trainer course I've already done, and I'm training my students. So
Good.
do I need to still attend that course?
No.
Uh,
Concentrate on hardcore learning.
oh,
Hi,
See,
Vivek.
basically, anybody who is doing FCCC and EPIC has to have an ACLS certification, in the valid ACLS certification at this stage of time or on 1 year, because that's a requirement that you can do a good CPR, ACLS requirement that is there. And mechanical ventilation, any mechanical ventilation, until CCEF announces, we can do it, but ACLS certification is necessary.
Yeah.
sir,
Or if you have, if you are having any other institution, organization, ACLS certification, like you have said, you have been training in that
It's
will
been-
do.
yeah, sir, it's been already 2 years since I've been trained. Like this is
That will do. That will do.
sir, what
that will do.
mechanical ventilation online, sir, are you all giving? I would like to join online. Like,
Whenever we'll update. Some
Okay.
portions I think we'll be covering in orientation. I'm not sure, but we plan.
yeah.
Good, Srini, you asked a question. I'm very happy. How many of you want to know the secret of doing well in life in critical care? Raise your hand. So a lot of people who are okay. So some of you are scared. You're just doing like this. What? First of all, learn this from me. Never do just like this. Where is it? Raise your hand like this. Be seen. Okay. Even in the orientation, you'll see there'll be some people who will do like this, and if you look at them, they'll. I didn't raise my hand, sir. I was just scratching my nose. No, make a commitment, sir. I'm making it, and let me be wrong, but I will learn. Okay. You never ride a bicycle without falling a few times. It's okay. Okay. So the secret is always speak. Seni did that. I'm very happy. Okay. There are some who always keep quiet. Array, you can never be an intensivist if you don't speak. The primary doctor won't listen to you. Your boss won't listen to you. Their nurses won't listen to you. Learn to talk. So you say, me. Okay, Ankit Nagar has raised his hand. Ankit, you want to say something? All right. So all of you, whenever you get an opportunity to speak, speak. It may be just a comment, but get used to listening to your voice. So how many of you here are going to listen to that message and start speaking? Say something. Avinash Dubey?
Me, sir, me.
Okay, start. So speak, say whatever you want. See, this is what you need to. Your first hurdle to overcome is learn to talk. If nothing else, yes, Sachin. Just say, I am. No, you need to put your mic on. Huh?
Right, sir. So I just want to ask Dr. Vivek Bakshi, sir, is there any class for acting also in the course?
Acting.
No.
People won't understand the importance of this. There is communication, and Vivek is heads are acting of the relatives and this thing, he is, you get scared of him when he comes as an examiner. All right. So he's a very good actor and very forceful. That's why they're saying whether people will learn acting from him. All right. What else? Just speak something.
Sir, this is Dr. Atreo.
Yeah?
Sir, you have suggested the names of few books which we should go through.
None
But
of
frankly speaking,
we should go
it's
through
not
our
possible to
notes.
read all those books.
But that's why I'm saying Atrio. The answer we gave,
Yes, sir.
you're not listening. We said don't read any of those books. Read the notes that are there on Knowledge Hub. That's all.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Your life is
Thank
made.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Morning, sir.
Okay. So, Rahul, do you want Rahul Agrawal? Anything that you want to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but sorry, someone saying something? Neelam, Sanjeev, Prithvi, Mehboob, Nilima, Shireshti, Harika, Gurpreet. Gurpreet, you're from North. You should always be speaking.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Just identify yourself.
Dr. Amol Chavan here, sir.
Yeah.
I have done my internal medicine from Lilavati Hospital, Mumbai,
Okay.
and got interest in critical care medicine by watching all the videos of Dr. Ankur Gupta, sir. I regularly watch his videos, and one of your fellow is my best friend, Dr. Yogesh Rathod. He has done FCCM, and he has recommended me the course. I practice in the rural territory of the Maharashtra, Solapur district. There is a very much need of critical care physicians. All the MD doctors are practicing as an intensivist, but they are zero knowledge about the critical care medicine.
So
I think critical care.
Amol, what is your first name? Because I see Chavan, Amol, Shivaji.
Amol Chavan, sir.
Yeah, Amol. You know, Amol, way back
Yes, sir.
in 93 or in the 80s and 90s, there was no real critical care movement. Okay, there was no opportunity to learn critical care. And so
Yes, sir.
I also wanted to learn critical care. I was interested. There was no one available to teach. So what did I do? Did I just, there is no one to teach? I said, no, I'm going to do something about it. And that's why I started the Indian Society of Critical Care Medicine. I said, I don't know much, but I know a little bit. I will start teaching Indians that much. And then I will learn something from them. I will teach them something and we will grow. And therefore, the critical care movement started. What I'm trying to say is that you don't have critical care around you. You have to be that leader which will train everyone.
I am the first person from that place going to do the critical
That
care.
you will have in few years you will have students under you, and then you will become a teacher and they'll be so proud and say, I am a student of Amol.
Yes, sir.
Sumaya Naz, you've raised your hand.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, sir, thank you very much. I'm really glad that I joined this course. I had a friend who introduced me first. He had done his FCCM last year. So my question is, so first of all, I'm really sorry I could not I could not attend the entire session because I was in my duty. Sir, you said that throughout the year, we are going to have many lectures on Zoom. However, sir, since we are practicing and we have a specific routine, and being a critical care doctor, sometimes we go off routine, so we cannot plan accordingly. So if we miss any of those sessions, are we somehow going to recheck or again see it? Or if we have attended but we have to revisit, can we do that?
See, I'll tell you one thing. There's a practical problem. Okay. I devote, and like my team, we devote so much of our time to developing this teaching material and to lectures and everything there. Now, the best thing is if you attend it because you get to interact. Okay. Now, when you have to you edit a video, put it up, etc., it's like Dr. Anku does or I do. We have to then work till 3, 4 in the morning to do that. It becomes a little disruptive of life uh, to do that, just to make it available. And the moment it's available, then what you say, nay, I'm a little tired. I'll listen to the recording of it. That is why the efforts must be there to attend it. Yeah, and if you miss it, then learn to communicate with other people in the group and say, I missed it. Can you give me your notes or something? Because when you listen to something, that's the time when you make your notes. We will try whenever it's possible to upload something, but no promises. Because I just can't be doing that and not do critical care and not do, just like Ankur and Rahul and Sonal, we also have to work in the hospital, and then you have family, and then you have to prepare lectures, you have to set the exams, you have so much work that we may not be always be possible to do that. Okay. Okay. So Ankit Nagar has raised his hand. I don't know if he's over his hand. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, Nilima. Sir, can I ask one thing?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So usually what will be the timings for the classes? Like
Zoom classes will be usually 7 to 8 in the somewhere between, it'll start at 7, 7:38 there, depending on if the faculty has any issues, and usually we
okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
it's in the evening. You see, there is no time that will suit everyone. You have 120 people that are there, someone will be on duty. So for 120 people, 4 people are on duty. Do we postpone it? Some will say, oh sir, keep it on Sunday. Some will say, no sir, Sunday is my family time. Someone will say, keep it in the morning. Someone will say, keep it in the evening. Then you will never do anything. It will be like the parliament and opposition. There's nothing constructive coming out of it. So we have done this now. This is the 50th or 60th exam that will be conducted. So many batches have been there. We have realized that this is what suits most people. Okay. But you have to work very hard. I hope you understood. Maybe this is not what you thought you will get into, but if you want to really become someone special in critical care, and each one of you has the potential. Okay? Each one of you has the potential. Never think that I'm not brilliant, I'm ordinary, or I'm below average. They are the best people. The people who do best are people who are below average and average, because they have that much more motivation to succeed. Okay. Prachi, are you still there? Prachi Gavde? She's one of our past students who did very well. Maybe they've. Krupa wants to say something. Chetan wants to say something. So just unmute yourself and talk.
Hi, sir. Good evening. First of all, very good session. I wanted to know something about what you said earlier. You said having FCCM can bypass PLAB or the ECFMG pathway. Could you please expand on that if possible?
See what happens is, because of our consistently candidates doing well, and especially, but there is a catch that if you have done your post graduation and you have done FCCM and you apply for fellowships in Canada or America, it goes to the ACFMG for evaluation and they send it to me, all right, to verify that this person actually has done it. And once that is done, then they get ECFMG registration number and they can continue doing it. Same way in Europe, there's PLAB exemption. In fact, every year we have 3 seats in one of the ICUs of London, where you get to work for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, do your fellowships there. 3 seats are exclusively for our past fellows. So once you finish this and you've done very well, so in the top few that you have 5, 6, 7, and the top or the top 10, then you can be recommended. It's on the recommendation of the college that you get to go there. Okay, so that's about it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Chetan, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Dr. Chetan Buriwar here. I am working as a medicine consultant in far interior area of Gadchiroli. Since last 2 or 3 years, I was searching for various courses for fellowship in critical care. I come across various courses. Some of them are online, and some of them are like I have to go and study there for 1 or 2 years, which is not possible for me. But some of my friends suggest this FCCM course, which is blended one. And today I realized after that all the this session, I came to understand that this is going to be a life-changing moment for me. And my question is that, sir, you said for logging into CCF Hub Knowledge, it will track our location. So my working place and home place, it is different, and sometime I will be traveling also. So is it that if the location changes for login, so
See,
is that
you will have one working place, one home, right? I
yeah,
hope
sir.
5 homes. Okay, then you don't need to do that. Okay? Or you have 5 hospitals you work in. So one or two it will see, and there'll be always a pattern over time.
Okay.
So, but if you are in Bombay and your friend is in Pune and the third one is in Hyderabad and three are logging in 2 hours difference, then the software knows that
Chit, uh,
traveling at
Okay, sir.
Chetan, Chetan, just to clarify you, AI is there. It will pick up the any
Okay.
suspicious activity. So don't worry.
Okay.
If you are not doing purposefully, it won't harm.
Hmm.
But if it is being done purposefully, it's very smart. It will pick up. It's very common these days.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for clarification.
So, Sangamitra, did you want to say something?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say that I am one of the very old candidates here. I had given my exam in 2013 when I knew nothing about critical care. Today I am heading an ICU and it is all thanks to you. So this is a family which will be a part, which will guide you throughout your career, even after you've given your exam. And this is the only platform which actually teaches you. It handholds, it literally spoon feeds you in every way of your path. So that's what everybody who's become a new member of the family, they're very fortunate to be a part of this family.
Thank you. Prachi, we were
Yes,
take your name.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Prachi is
Uh,
recently given the exam, outstanding student. So, what messages for the new batch that are there?
Good evening, everyone. Actually, I would personally recommend everybody to compulsory go and attend orientation program and crash course, whatever sir and ma'am has told us. It is actually useful, and we all are going to get benefit from it. Like what I was a year ago, and what I am practicing ICU now is actually different, and it makes a lot of difference. So it's personal recommendation. Don't take it lightly. Please go and attend orientation program. It's just 4 or 5 days. That much time we can take out from our routine. Be a student again and go and attend the orientation program.
Thank you. Aditi, are you online?
Yes. Hi.
Can you, yeah. Aditi is one of the very senior faculty. She is in charge of the overseas fellows and examiners, and she's also the heads the examination committee of the academic council, which means she actually sets most of your papers. So, Aditi, would you like to say a few words to the?
Yes, just like to welcome everybody to this new academic year. A lot of exciting stuff going to happen. Again, I know I'm probably repeating what everybody else has said, and we can't emphasize enough how important the in-person orientation is. This knowledge hub is a gold mine, and we are lucky to get it this year. And again, key is practice every day. Every day you have to practice, and you don't leave. Unlike our most of our exams and most of us medicos and doctors, we leave everything till the end, and then we try and kind of catch up. This is not a course that you can do that for. It has to be a regular thing. And like every case you see in the hospital during your duty, you go and read up on it. That's how you're going to be able to catch up with the load of stuff that we need to cover throughout the year. And please try and I know that work and duty may refrain you from attending your the lectures, but try to adjust with a friend, ask someone to cover for you for an hour, or ask your teachers to or your consultants to relieve you for an hour and attend the lectures, because they're really, really, really helpful.
Yeah. What Aditi said is very important from personal experience. Don't leave topics. Sometimes I remember when I was in MBBS, okay, my second MBBS, which is like a different era totally. I remember in preventive social medicine, I didn't read didn't read measles, and that came in my prelim exam, and I was zero knowledge about it. So I thought it's already come in the prelims. What are the chances the same thing will come in my finals? And the same thing came in my finals, and I still hadn't read it. So they say, "Na karma is a bitch." If you haven't read something, trust me, that's what's going to come. So try to cover up whole of medicine. It's not just about the exam, it's about life. You never know what case will come for you, and it's usually the unusual ones that will make you famous. One of my teachers told me something very interesting. He said, I said, they're very, very famous intensivists, and how did you become so famous? They said the art of becoming famous is you will never become famous by treating cold, cough, pneumonia, ARDS, things like which everyone treats. It's only the very difficult, rare cases which no one can treat, which you pick up will make you famous. So it's got to be that one case. Like for probably Farooq Udwadia, it was Amitabh Bachchan's case. Or for someone else, it was, I think for Dr. Mani, it was nephrology case of a very prominent Jay Prakash Narayan. So you have to be good in a rare case. And that will come when you have knowledge. And you have to have diverse knowledge because you don't know when you'll be able to pick up something. So I hope at the end of it, you must understand 2 to 3 topics every day. That means every day when you come, if you're tired and exhausted while going to sleep, listen to the podcast. Download the podcast, download your notes. So listen to it when you're sleeping. Maybe you'll go to sleep while listening to it, doesn't matter, but something will go inside. Okay, when you're a little more alert, listen. So try to read or listen every day. Try to do, and maybe out of 6 days, then 7th day you can say, okay, Sunday I'll spend with my family. That's how the intensity with which you'll have to work. Avinash Dubey has raised his hand. You'll unmute yourself and talk if.
Yes, sir. Yes. Hello, sir. So regarding the schedule of the exam, like theory exam and practical exam, like what are the schedule and like how it is planned?
You're talking about, sir, when the bridge comes, we will talk about that. There's a whole year of things to do. Okay. People will say, sir, can you show me what the certificates looks like? Can you do this? Those are not the things that you should concentrate at this stage of your life. First, learn. Be good. Okay, that's very important. You don't give the exam later on, but you would have evolved in your knowledge there. So that's what is important. You need to prioritize on what is important at this stage.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So maybe in 5 minutes we'll shut down. Is there something else that?
Sir, Vivek is also here, I think.
Yeah, Vivek Bakshi.
Is this?
Vivek, unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry. First of all, congratulations, sir, madam, Dr. Ankur, Dr. Aditi, for having this beautiful platform for Knowledge Hub, CCEF Knowledge Hub. I wish we could have all these things in our time in 2011, 10, 11. So we could have done so many things better. But please, sir, request from our side, please give us also the access for the topics and everything.
I'm happy because if myself and Dr. Meeta are going to go through all the questions and MCQs.
Yes.
Yeah, why not? We log in and on our own. We don't have to give an exam, but knowledge is knowledge.
Yes, sir.
We'll do that.
And I'm getting so many calls. Sorry, Dr. Ankur, to interrupt. I'm getting so many calls for particularly asking, should I do EPIC right now? shall I register for EFIC? I'm telling you, the candidates we are who are actually registered for FCCM, they have few of them already passed. I must tell them that please you must register yourself for EFIC. Again, I'm telling you there is so much advanced critical care is there to learn in EFIC. So please get yourself registered for EFIC for this year's exam.
Yeah. Okay. So those
Rahul, Sonal, Vinod, they are also
Yeah.
here.
Hello, sir. Hello, Dr. Akur. All well, sir.
Sonal,
Thank you very much for this knowledge hub, sir. This is what I remember my exam times, like everyone said, when in front of exam hall, everyone studying different author books, and we coming from Suhasini madam, and we were reading some other books. So it was kind of a demoralization that time. Have we not read that book or this book? At least with this initiative, that confusion is gone. Everyone will be on the same platform, and you're all lucky that you got all the materials. It's very difficult to get exhaustively all the articles at one page. Believe me, to all the new joining. And sir, I will just copy what Doctor. I will just copy what Dr. Vivek has said. Sir, you would be very happy if you also could get an access to this knowledge hub, sir. Thank you very much.
so good. We're excited. I'm sure you will be excited. What about the Moise from Tanzania? Moise, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I did my FCCM last year, and I remember a previous colleague of mine who did the same had highly talked about it, and I was like, "What is this? Let me even see." I just wanted to try. I wanted to see if it's worth my time or not. And truly, it in 1 year, I was working under a consultant. And initially, he took me like this young boy who doesn't know anything. And today, he's the one who keeps on asking me questions because of this FCCC. So I'm really grateful for how you guys teach. And imagine I'm in Tanzania, which is far away, but your videos are touching me. Your videos are speaking to me, and I understand each and everything. So for that, I'm very grateful that I took this course, and I'm also looking forward to EFIC in the same manner.
Thank you. Thank you. Divanshu, you've raised your hand.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Ankur, sir. Hello.
Yeah, bolo, we're listening.
So definitely thanks for this knowledge of sort of thing, sir. And love to join this EFIC program. And definitely, initially when I joined FCCM, I didn't think that I will improvise myself in just a 1 year sort of thing, which I haven't done in my 8 years of critical care. So that pushed me to join this program, and I saying to everybody that who has passed FCCM, they should go for EFIC as well. And little tricks that you have taught us or help us a lot, like high sodium, high, low sodium and high potassium, three drugs, three disease. Even my SR says, उनको भी याद हो गया सर. But I request to make this communication central little easy, sir. Dr. Rahul sir and you like ना निचोड़ दिया था सर मेरे को तो ये इसको थोड़ा easy कीजिए सर. Best I love to be in this journey, sir. Definitely, sir.
Great. Ambaji Garad.
Good evening, sir. I would like to speak something.
Yeah. Sonal.
Yeah. So thank you so much, first of all, to you and Meeta and Aditi ma'am and Ankur sir for putting in a lot of efforts to create an educational hub for everyone. Of course, we missed it in our times. And obviously, we would also love to have an opportunity to have an access as requested by Dr. Rahul and Dr. Vivek, because we too lack in a lot of areas where we also have to, because even being before we were students, now we are teachers, but still we are in the learning phase. So that's a small request from all of us. And I would wish all the best to all the new students who have joined the CCF family. It has always been a pleasure to be a part of such a beautiful family and a long journey we have had with all of you. So thank you so much, sir and ma'am.
Okay, so we'll end up now. But those who didn't speak, remember next time you have to speak. How will I remember if I don't know your name at the end of 1 year? Then that means you are not making an impact. You have to speak. I have to know. Why do I call some people like Mahalakshmi? I know is one of a very good student. Mahalakshmi, are you there? Yeah, very
Yes, sir.
yeah, Mahalakshmi, you were one of the very knowledgeable students that we had. Some words of wisdom to everyone else.
Yes, sir. That's what, as Prachi told, even I am of the same opinion, sir. After attending FCCM, I could find many changes in my daily routine practice in ICU, sir. That's for even I was in dilemma whether to attend AFIC, but after speaking to Vivek, sir, I made sure I'll attend this AFIC, and I want to see many more changes in me. That is how I ended up again registering AFIC, sir.
Yeah, no, that's very, very good. So, see, the fact that I remember some of the students is because they speak, they impress. There are those who remain in the shadows all the time. That's not where you should be. You should be visible. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Ankit Nagar, yes.
Yeah, Ankit. We called you Ankit.
Sorry, sir. Due to some technical reason, I can't. Sir, I have enrolled last year, but due to some family issues, I can't appear in exam. So this year I enrolled again, and I will definitely crack the exam this year.
Definitely, I am sure about it.
Yes, sir.
Harun? Harun, this very funny sound. It's going very fast. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with your audio. It's sounding like a cartoon.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, now it's
Am
good.
I audible now?
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm Harun Abdullah. First of all, sir, thank you so much. Like, this is a very eye-opening session for me. I just joined this FCCM last month, sir. So this is my second month here. I just wanted to ask you, sir, as a fellow student, should I run after procedures like CVCs and intubation, or should I just learn how to medically manage a patient first?
I tell you, if you work in the ICU, those things will automatically be done. You cannot work for 1 year and not do central line, not do intubation, not do anything. Okay, so those will happen. I think you need to concentrate on the knowledge is required, and on duty you will learn. So procedures are something you don't have to go out of your. You will learn those. Concentrate on reading and learning.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, so I think
we will wrap, sir. It's already 8:25.
Okay, but remember those who haven't spoken, next time, in an opportunity, you need to talk. All right, so thank you. Good night, everyone. And we'll send you a message. You need to be constantly on the WhatsApp group. Okay. One closing sentence is as soon as possible, register for the orientation. All right. That's very, very important. Everyone is stressed. People over the last 10 years, I've seen people who didn't do the orientation. They've always repented at the exam time. So do that. Hope by crook, somehow you manage to do that. And in a week's time, and if you haven't sent your photographs, please send your close up of the face. I don't want long and I don't want stethoscope structure because that will come on your certificate if you have it. I posted the list of people who don't have photographs properly. So let's get the housekeeping in order so your ID cards can be made before presentation. Right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pradnya here, sir. Actually, I just joined a little bit late. Just wanted to know when is the orientation program, sir, for EFIC?
If you look at the website, it's given there 17th to 20th in Mumbai.
Okay, sir.
No, sir, she's asking for EFIC.
So sorry, EFIC.
Yes, sir.
EFIC will probably be tentative first week of October.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Approximately, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
30th, 31st, and 1st.
Yeah.
30th October to 1st November.
So those are the dates which Aditi is given because it will be at Medicover.